My family, I am JU. Welcome to my channel. If it's your first time being here, today we're going to be talking about something that's very important, especially for us guys, man, right? Especially for the men that are watching this video. And it's time, man. It's time to separate ourselves, man. There's going to be two type of men that you see in 2025 and two type of men that you actually see right now today, right? There's the common man, and then there's men of understanding, men of wisdom. A lot of us are at a point in our lives where we want to be the men of understanding and the men of wisdom, but we are still entertaining things that the common man entertains. And one of these things is choosing women that are not choosing us. Now, men of understanding, we already know that if we want to keep our sanity, if we want to enter a relationship that's not a recipe for disaster, we need to choose the women that are choosing us. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean that we should be chasing women. We shouldn't be out here. Just think of it like this. Think of it like this. How things should go is a man should be on his purpose, on his mission, trying to complete his mission, and doing that. This is working as hard as possible to complete his mission and living his purpose. And while he's on that journey, there's going to be a lot of women coming out the woodworks trying to seduce him. And he has thousands of women eventually that want to be in his life. And he gets to pick the best one for him, or maybe he wants multiple wives or whatever. He'll pick whatever girls that he wants. The common man today, we see him chasing these women. We see him looking at these women that are like the boss bitches, the women that are on their purpose and kind of living in their masculine energy, or maybe just the women that are chasing the guys that are on their purpose. We see the common man chase after these women. We see him basically, it's like they're doing what they're doing, focused on what they're focused on, and he's coming around them trying to seduce them with his money, his looks, his status, and all these different things. To me, if you don't choose a woman that's choosing you, and you choose to chase a woman, you're only gonna put yourself in a position where she feels like she's better than you, and she has this kind of like inflated ego when it comes to the relationship. And you're probably not gonna have a very long relationship because it probably won't be built on the love and y'all shared mission and the things that y'all have going on together, and y'all living in that hierarchy of God, purpose, self, and everything under that, and her respecting your hierarchy. It's a recipe for disaster for most people. Now, I'm not saying that people can't chase a woman and then get in a successful relationship. I mean, it's possible, but to me, as a man, you don't want to chase a woman. And I'm not saying us as men of understanding that we can't be out here trying to like talk to women and get our experience points up. But when it comes to women that you're interested in, that you see, let her choose you before you choose her. So yeah, talk to her, even compliment her. You can say nice things to her, but before you let her know that you're truly interested in her, make sure she's interested in you first. Like, make sure she gives you those subtle hints and signs. A lot of it's body language. A lot of it is unspoken, but if you learn the things to look for, then you won't be chasing a woman. And even if you do shoot your shot, pull your jumper first, then you still, as a man of understanding, you know that just because I asked for her Instagram, I asked for her number first, that doesn't mean she's above me. That doesn't mean that I'm putting her on a pedestal. That doesn't mean that she still doesn't have to come into my empire, into my life, and start following my program. I'm not gonna try to make her like me by being somebody I'm not, by switching up my standards and things like that. We see that with a lot of the common men. They switch up their standards, then they in a relationship where it's things that are happening and it's going against their morals and values. A lot of times our morals and values when it comes to a relationship, it's not directly something that's written down or something that we have set in stone. I mean, it should be, but a lot of times it's not. A lot of times you just know something by the way it makes you feel. So if she decides to go out in something that you don't feel is appropriate for her to be wearing and it makes you feel a certain type of way, like sad, mad, angry, any of those like negative, low level emotions, if it makes you feel that type of way, then it's going against your standards. It's going against your morals. It's going against your values. And they will usually, the common woman, the 95% woman, she's going to try to reverse that on you, right? She's going to say, oh, you're insecure. When honestly, it's not true. You were very secure. You were secure with yourself and understanding that these are things that I don't go for, and a lot of times men don't set these standards in the beginning, so the woman doesn't know. So then she tries to test and push the limits by wearing certain things. And at the end of the day, if you do stand on it and respect it, and you tell her, like, I mean, I'm not saying you can't wear that, but don't expect me to be back, be here when you get back. If you do go out wearing that, that's just the type of guy I am. Women should be the easiest part of our lives. As men of understanding, we know that we need to add value to a woman's life, and they need to be adding value to our lives as well. They don't need to be bringing us negative emotions, bringing us like disturbing our peace. They need to be adding to our peace. And I'm not saying there won't be conflict in relationships. There will be conflict. There will be things that, like I already said, a woman, it doesn't matter, a 1%, 5% woman, she's gonna, test your limits sometimes. And that's when you stand firm, stand by your hierarchy, God, purpose, self. I got my morals, I got my principles, I got my values, and we not moving from that. And 9 times out of 10, she's gonna just respect you more, and she's gonna understand eventually. Like, it's not about, oh, don't want you to look sexy. Of course, I want my woman to look sexy. I want her to feel sexy. But if she's going out and I'm not going to be around, 1, you're probably not the type of woman I want. And 2, you're putting yourself at risk, at danger. The thing about us as men of understanding is that when we are this type of man and we're on this journey and we're moving in our purpose, we get attacked differently than the common man. We get attacked a lot differently. The devil, the negative forces of this world, they know. The common man, you give them some alcohol, you give them some beer, you give them some weeds, any type of drugs, any type of distractions, give them social media, give them porn, and boom, you can take them out. You got him drifting. You got him stuck in his little zone for probably eternity, right? Man of understanding, you got to attack him in different ways. So they have to attack us through our women. 9 times out of 10, it's gonna come through her. And yeah, you're gonna be attacked. You're gonna have women coming in your DMs all the time. Yeah, you're gonna get a lot of those same attacks that the common man get also, but it's gonna be more than that. It's gonna be a lot harder than that. A lot of times guys will know, like, dang, she's with this guy and he got this energy, and they want a piece of that. And the only way they can get through it is to try to be that serpent, that little serpent slithering, trying to whisper in that woman's ear, like, hey, we got this apple over here. Wanna bite? Wanna bite? And it's up to you to choose a woman that chooses you, because the woman that chooses you will continue to choose you. And she will understand, especially if you've had these type of conversations with her, she will understand that she's not supposed to entertain that, man. So definitely, man, like I said, as men of understanding, we got to separate ourselves from the common man, and we got to continue to only choose women that choose us. Thank you for watching. Like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you like the video, get in the Patreon if you want a couple extra videos a week. And I love y'all. I'm out.